Well, you guys, I do not have any idea what is going on with Facebook right now, but it's telling me that my video has been banned, and I don't even know what the heck is going on right now. I hope that you guys can see me. This is round 3. Oh, there's Peggy right there. Well, good. I have sat here and I have tried 3 different times to get this live to go. And for some reason, it kept telling me that my video was banned. And so I already started doing this. And I was probably, what time is it now? I was probably about maybe 15 minutes into this video. And it kept telling me that this video was banned and it wasn't letting anybody come into the video. So I did start this video at 6 o'clock. I went through my whole spiel. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. This was the first card that I was going to get going. This is from our paper pumpkin. This is the Celebrating in Color. So since we're already a half hour late into the show, we're just going to go ahead and start making the cards because I'm not going to go through the whole song and dance again. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be using some extra product for these cards tonight because they're my alternatives. So I decided to bring in the rectangular postage stamp punch. I'm also going to be using my layering circles dies for some of my alternatives. And so you can place an order if you like anything that you see here, or if there's something that's catching your eye and you just don't have it in your collection, you can always go to shopdannygarola.com. That takes you right to my landing page where there's tabs all across the top. You can actually join my team from there as well, because joining my team right now is going to get you some amazing perks in Stampin' Up. So let's go ahead and get started into this. So this is one of the card bases that came in this month's kit. You got 10 card bases in here. You get 4 of the plain white. You got 1 with the gold banner. That's what it said. That it said that something about somebody banned you or someone has reported you. Yep, never got a notification, nothing. I don't understand. It said something about it will not let me know when you went live. Yeah, I don't have any idea. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know why anybody would have banned the video because I just barely got started. I don't know. But we're going to try it again, and it looks like you guys are able to come in here now. So like I said, there was 4 of the blank ones, 2 of these with the little banner on it. You have this one here that has this little swish thing here that also coordinates with one of the front layers, and then you have this one that has this beautiful gold U on it. So we are going to be using a plain one for this card. I have also taken one of my 5, so it came with 10 of the envelopes that were all, what did it say? Because they are jealous at how good you are. Peggy, you kill me. Yeah, I don't have any idea why it said it. And I keep looking at my phone and it still says that I'm banned. I don't know. I do know, though, if you try to do too many videos in a month, sometimes Facebook doesn't like you doing more than a certain amount of videos. So I think that could maybe be what it is, because I don't know why anybody would ban my video. I mean, it's been sitting here. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to move this camera because it's slowly but surely starting to drop down. I don't know. I don't know why it happened, but we're live now and we just won't worry about the past and move on with these cards because I do have some cute ones to show you. So yeah, it came with all 5 of the in colors, but you got 2 of each one of these. So what I did was I just cut down the little score mark of the fold, and then leaving me with this piece here. It could have been trolls, you know, and I was actually saying that when I started the video. I was saying that I will only, there are certain things over on Pink Barn Stampers that that when I allow you to come in and join that group, because I was stating the fact that I have put in the files over on Pink Barn Stampers group, I have put in the files the last chance list, which those prices start June 1st, just to let you guys know. I didn't put that in the post, which my bad, I'll have to go fix it. But those prices start on June 1st for the last chance for the JJ Mini catalog. But I wanted to let you guys know that I put that over there, and you guys are more than welcome to join my group. It's open to anybody, but my stipulation is you have to have a profile picture on your Facebook, and you have to be an active member of Facebook. You have to have some kind of activity going on in your Facebook, because of the fact that there are trolls and there are people who try to get into our private groups, and then they try to, you know, be not so nice to members in the group, and they start sending messages and stuff. I'm trying to avoid that. So maybe that's why my video got banned. I don't know. I don't have any idea, but whatever. So anyways, all 5 of these, I took one of every color. I cut off the top part, and then I cut just a small piece off of these, exposing the whole inside of this. And that's what we're going to use for our colors for these. All right, so for this first card, I have simply taken one of the white bases, and I am going to take this and I am going to cut this on the diagonal, but I think I want it running this way because I want to see kind of this ombre effect. So I'm just going to go just like that. Now this is going to sit right on my card, but I need to cut it just a skosh. So I'm going to cut about 1/8 of an inch off of the sides. I did have it measuring at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, but I'm going to do it at 4 1/8 and 4 1/8. So that's where it needs to be, just to cut down some of that. There we go. That'll work way better. And it'll leave a little bit of a white border around my card there. Okay, then I took just a simple piece of our gold foil, and this is 6 1/2 by 1/4. And what I'm going to do with it is I am going to place it. I actually need it a little bit smaller, so we're going to cut it down to, I'm going to cut about 1/8 of an inch. Yep, because I just need a little tiny strip, and I am going to add that just to the bottom of this. So I'm going to take a piece of that Terran tape that came inside of this. Okay, and I'm just going to run that across there, and then now pull this piece up, pull the backing off, and then that's when I'm going to take this little sliver here, and I'm just going to run it right across the edge with just a little tiny bit of it showing. Okay, just like that. And then I need some snips because we want to cut these off. Okay, just like that. And now that is going to get put right down in the bottom like that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I wanted to do a little bit of the flickering action of that color. So that is the Starry Sky. so I want to grab a piece of scrap paper here, and I'm going to fold my card base because I don't need the color necessarily going around the back of my card. And then with the more full tip of my brush, I'm just going to take this, and because I'm putting it in this corner, I'm going to flick where the angle is kind of going up this card. Just like that. Just to make it where it's not so, like, just so crispy white. Ooh, and look at it, gets all over your fingers, but it's pretty. Okay, now I'm going to grab that corner piece and adhere that down in this bottom corner. Just like that. Now, this is where I was saying that you have these really pretty little pieces here. Does that damage the top? No, because I'm not like being crazy. Like, I mean, okay, so I'm sure probably over time, if that's all you use this pin for was for the flicking action, I'm going to say, yeah, you're probably going to break the nib of your pin down because that's just, you know, the way it's going to happen. But I don't use my pins enough for this that I'm not going to break my pins down. I have a black one, for instance, right here. Let me show you. This one I use primarily for the flicking technique, and the tip still looks like brand new. You would never know that's what I used it for. So, you know, I guess it depends on how much. Can you hold it closer to see the, okay. See, it's just a very, very subtle flick of that little speckles across there. Sorry, you guys can't see it when it's that far down. You'll just see just a little bit of speckling on there just to make it not so, not just so bright white. It just adds a little bit of something, and you'll see it more when I add something like a layer to it. But yes, so that's what I was saying, that I'm sure maybe over time, yes, it's going to break the nib down on the pin. But for the most part, I'm going to say it's not, it's, I don't know. I guess just take it as, yes, over time it will break the tip down. Okay, those I need for another card. And then I'm going to grab, so for the intended cards, you have this one layer here that goes on top of one of the card bases. This little circle gets popped out of that. And I'm going to use this because normally you would use this and you would see the little white because then you would put this over the top of it to see the white underneath it. But I'm going to use this as a layer underneath that because it matches this blue that I took out of here. But I want to stamp on this first. So since it came with basic gray, I'm going to use my big pad because it's just easier to use the big stamp. And now I need to use my spoon because as you guys can see, this is another one. I just refilled all of my ink pads and I did not come in here and spread my ink on this one. And thank heavens for baby wipes because I just cleaned my spoon off and whoop, we're good to go. I'm going to use, this one says you, and I'm going to put just for. And you guys will find all the dimensions and everything that I used over on my blog. Probably by tomorrow morning. Stampinthepinkbarn.com is where you're going to find my blog. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to stick this on that. And then we're going to pop this up. Okay, and that's just going to get placed right like that. Now, knowing that this is all this starry sky, you could do this with any one of these colors with this. I just liked how these two went together because of this circle being out of this actual same color. I liked just the blue on there with some of that gold. So that's card number 1. Very simple, but still it's different. And I'm going to keep this so I can do another one. And then, so card number 2. This is Starry Sky. This is a Starry Sky base. This is 4 1/4 by 11. Now we need our trimmer because we need to come in here and we need to do some score marks on this. I am going to score this at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to move it down and I'm going to score at 1 1/4. Just like that. Okay, then fold that. And then now we're going to take this piece and we're going to fold it back on itself. This is a little pocket card. These things are really simple, but really cute to make. And you can dress them up in so many ways. Okay, so what I want to do here for this little pocket is I want to take my Terran tape, which is included in this kit, and I'm just going to run that down the edge of this pocket on that front fold. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to fold that, whoops, after I get some of these little, my Terran tape was hanging over the side just a little bit. So I'm just taking my finger and flipping that little excess back onto itself. So then it stays within the card and I don't have any like hangover of the tape. So see, when you see that it goes a little bit further, just flip it back over on itself and then it'll stay adhesive. And then there we go. There's our little pocket. And then I have a piece here. This is, I believe this is 3 3/4 by 5, but I might need to cut it down a little bit. Yeah, I need to cut it down a little bit. I thought it probably was going to be a little too wide. So I think I'm going to go to 3 1/2. 3 1/2 by, well, let's see. Because right now I have it at 5 1/2, but I think I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So I'm just going to cut it down to 5 1/4. So it's 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. That little piece is. And that is my insert for this piece here for my pocket. Now I grabbed the envelopes again for my colors and I cut out, these are 1 inch wide, but now I need to see, now that this is folded, I'm pretty sure I need a 3-inch piece once I fold this thing down. I'm pretty sure that was the measurement. Yep, 3 inches. Okay, so I need to now come in and cut these down to 3 inches, or I can leave them the way they are and just have them go up. But I'm going to go ahead and cut the 3 inches. So I think I'm going to cut off, no, we're going to cut off the lighter end. So 3 inches. Okay, on all 5 of those. So 1 by 5, or 1 by 3. Okay. Let's get some of this mess out of here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, you can use tear and tape. I'm just going to use good old green glue. And I'm just going to adhere that down. That's my little front pocket there. And then I am going to place these just like this. I'm trying to see how much space I'm going to have in between them before I commit to adhering them. Perfect. Okay. And this one is the Orchid Oasis. So I'm starting with the outer two first, because then I can make sure I get my margins right on the outsides that I want. And then when I go to lay these two in, I can figure out exactly how I just want a tiny little inside for them. Okay, just like that. Okay, then since my card, I was going to put on this, I think I'm going to use the stamp and put happy up there. But what I was thinking is on here, you have these little sentiment pieces. If I can find where I put it. Oh, there it is. Right here. You've got these little pieces here. Now I was going to take one of these. You could either take you could take a piece of ribbon and punch a hole up here, so then they can kind of pull this out easier. Because it slides in like that. Now for your recipient to get it out a little bit easier, I thought you could either poke a hole in the top and then put some ribbon to it, or you could take, you know, like just one of these little things and fold it in half. Just like that. And then put this at the top of that, just glue it on the front and the back, just a little bit, and have that where they can pull it in and out. With just a little tab of it showing. Now ribbon's going to be prettier, but I was thinking more of like a masculine card. Because Father's Day is closely approaching us, and these colors could very much be for Father's Day. And then if I put the word happy right there, and coincidentally, happy just happens to have 5 letters in it. So you guys know we're going to color in those letters. There's Memento. Now, you could either stamp this on here and then have that be your little pocket, or we could put this on a little white strip and have it going across here. But I was thinking maybe doing ribbon across this piece here, or taking a, because that happy is going to be way too big. That's going to be silly. Let's see. if I put that all the way inside, then the happy's not going to show all the way. Okay, we're going to go like this. Frida, did I see you say that it is dreary where you up in Oregon? Is that what I heard you say earlier, that it's dreary? Oh, it's pouring so hard right now. Oh my goodness. Huh. Nope, it's nice and warm here in Tucson. I think today we actually hit triple digits. Lucky us, right? Well, I don't know how lucky that is, but okay. So we're going to put that across there. I think that's going to be cute. All right, let's do, no, I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use our blends, and I'm going to go opposite of what I have here. So I'm going to come in with some dark and just give this thing a little bit of shadowing, and then come back in with the light. So are you guys binge watching any good shows right now? I'm always looking for a good show, and I know there's a new season of the one show that I'm watching, but it doesn't come out till tomorrow. So I'm like, I need to have something good to binge watch. I'm always looking for something. And I'm really into, like, surprisingly, I'm really into like BBC shows. I really like the British. I know this has nothing to do with stamping, but I just like to hear your guys' thoughts on some good shows that maybe I'm missing that I need to check into. Okay, and then I'm going to do Orchid. You don't watch TV, Peggy. Oh my goodness. And it rained there too? Woo! Jeez, Louise. Hello, Patty. Hello, Anna. Well, it is what I do in the evening when I am laying in bed. A lot of people like to read. If I open a book and I go to read, I will be asleep within seconds. And it's kind of my downtime thing, is me watching TV. So, hello, Alice. So that's just kind of my thing. So I'm always looking, for recommendations on good shows that you guys have gotten into. I kind of like, you know what I'm really into? And I know this is kind of weird, creepy, but I'm really into like forensic shows. I love to watch, like there's this one that it's talks about what has caused someone to die. It's called like something in the morgue or something like that. And I know that's very morbid, but I've always been into the medical field. I've always loved medicine, or not medicine, but I mean, I've always loved seeing what causes a person's body to fail. Like, I'm kind of a weirdo that every time we go to the doctor, I'm that annoying patient that's like, well, why? Why did that happen? What are you going to do next? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I'm that person. So I'm probably that patient that every doctor, nurse hates to have come in their office. But I have to know those things. And, I should have been a nurse. I should have been a whatever. And I've learned probably more now with having a special needs child than, I would have ever, because being a mom was always top priority. So going and doing, there's a show called Forensic Files. Love Forensic Files. I wish they would come out with some new stuff. Actually, it's funny, speaking of Forensic Files, my son had to watch that for his forensic class. He had to do a report on the shows. Like every 2 weeks, he had to watch a new one because they're kind of a lengthy show. It's kind of a lengthy episode. He had to watch them and then write a report on what happened during the show. So I've kind of rubbed off on my kid. Did you guys see where my embellishments went? Oh, is that them? Nope, that's not them. Well, this kit came with embellishments, and I think I showed them earlier, and I thought I set them aside so I wouldn't lose the darn things. And they're in a really tiny package. So that doesn't help anything. That doesn't help matters. Oh, there it is. Ooh, I see it. I see it. So earlier, before my video got cut off, I was talking to you guys to tell you guys, so I did a whole spiel. So I sat here and pretty much talked to myself for 20 minutes. So I wanted to show you guys what these little things are for. Some people I've had ask, what the heck are those weird looking things and why are they in there? And they saw that the each one of the, on the instruction brochure, it shows you what they are, but it doesn't tell you like what it does. These little cute things, which you guys have probably figured it out by now, but you put tear and tape down these, and then you would take this, like I'm gonna just use this, I'm not sticking it on here, but just using this for an example, and you would stick that on, and then you would grab your gift card, and it's a gift card holder. So you can turn any of this kit's cards into gift card holders. So that's what these little nifty little pockets are for. Just so, because like I said, I already talked about it earlier, but then I couldn't remember if I've told you guys. Today's a little screwy, let's just say. It's really spun me right around. Okay, so let's see. Do we want to add, oh no, I wanted to add, and why do I keep throwing them back in there? I want to add these little cuties on here. And I was also thinking, there's these little splattery bits on here that you could actually do this tone on tone going up, and I think I'm going to do that. So hold on. Let's grab our tone on tone. Grab the little block. And then I'm going to need okay, so we're going to do sweet sorbet. I need some Tahitian. This is probably more trouble than what it's worth, but I think it's gonna make this card just have a little bit more because it just needed something. And then we need orchid because it almost seemed a little too bland. Okay, perfect. That's all I wanted, is I just wanted something to grab your eye. A little bit of extra something something. Okay, and then we need and then I'm gonna do a red right up there. Okay, so this little thing pulls out and you could put your little message on the inside of here. You could put another stamp down there. I was hoping there was a birthday, but there's not. I could put you make me happy. I think that's what I'm gonna actually put on there. Okay, right up there at the top. And then when that's closed, you see, you make me happy. Isn't that cute? I just thought, oh, that's kind of a fun little idea to get all your colors used. And I just love this happy, how you can make it, you know, it just happens to be 5 letters and 5 colors. So, okay, that's card number 2. All right, card number 3. Now, the 4th card that I planned on doing is going to be a little bit more tedious. That's why I'm saving that to the end, because it's a little on the messy side. So what I did was, again, I took my pieces of that I had from my envelopes, which you can see I took all of them and I've cut them all out. Oh no, wait a minute. I have one more card somewhere. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm missing my last card. Okay, so there's actually 2 more cards coming. Well, 3 including this one. But see, I just took the pieces out of there and then I just cut out. I took one of each color from this here, and then I knew that I was going to need a part of that blue piece, or that's orchid. So I need my blue piece. I just had it. I just had the extra piece. Hold on, I'll find it. Oh, there it is. I see it sticking out there. Remember how I said you're going to need this? Well, this is why. Because you need to take the rectangle and you need to punch out another one of those. And then I need to find, okay, so we're gonna do this card and it's gonna be landscape style. And then I'm gonna take my orchid and I'm going to place it right up here. I'm just gonna lay these kind of out on here like this. And then this one's going to go like that. Now these are from, again, the rectangle postage punch. And I'm going to use one of these here. And I was thinking I was going to take happy. Wow, that one's really in there. My goodness. And I was going to lay it right across there and then stamp happy. Maybe I'll bring in one of these little things because that's not going to fit. Happy to have you in my life. I like that. Yep, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to bring in that little... Because what does that one say? Oh, can do anything. So you could do you can do anything. But we're going to take these and we're going to put these on here like this. And should I do some flicking on that? Should I do some of the flickering in the background, but do it in all 5 colors this time? What do you guys think? Or is that just going to be too much? Should I just leave it alone? Yeah, we need to give that some height. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. Oh, sure. Go ahead and do it. All right, let me move these. Let me get some coverings here. All right, so we'll just go a little light on this because since I'm going to be doing it in all 5 colors. And so I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Where's my camera? Okay, so see when I flick, it's gonna pool up ink right here. So before I put my lid away, I take the end of my tip and I just swoop it inside of that lid to just gather up some of that excess ink so it doesn't run down the outside of my pen here. Maybe that you can see it better in that one. See how you can see how it's pooled up right there? I just grab that and swoop it up, put it back into my pen, and then we're golden. Now the closer I get, the more of a blotchier look I'm going to get. Versus if I pull away and flick at an angle, it's going to angle it out like a spray. So let me hold this up because I'm sure you guys probably can't see. So as you can see, I came a little closer with the Tahitian Tide in these 4 spots. And that's why you can see them more of like a piled up look, where the other ones with the Sweet Sorbet and the Starry Sky, I did those more further away to give it just so I can explain to you guys kind of more of the different effects that you're going to get depending on where you're holding your pen. I think we need a little bit more sorbet. And then now some orchid. Okay, so there, you can see that splattered look on there. And again, it just kind of makes the card have a different look to it. So when you set things down and place them, they don't look like they're so, just like on such a stark white color. And then again, you're tying all those colors in together. Hello, Noreen. So my husband and my son are heading out of town in the morning. They're taking off for a couple of days up to our the next city up, which is Phoenix. They're going to head up there and they're going to go to Comic Con for the weekend. They're big time comic nerds. I mean, don't tell my husband that I called him a nerd, but he's pretty nerdy. But my son, well, you guys have seen him pop in every once in a while on here. Now, when they go, they normally dress up in like cosplay, like characters. My husband normally always dresses up like Captain America. He's got this Captain America Halloween costume. He wears it every year. His favorite character has always been Captain America, so that's what he is dressing up as. Now my son, again, I'm into those forensic shows. We watch like real crime, like what goes on with like more of a psychology kind of part, like why do criminals do what they do. I'm really kind of a weirdo into that kind of stuff. Well, my son's into it too. So my son is growing his hair out and he got a new pair of glasses. His glasses are aviators, but when he came home with these glasses on, I started calling him Jeffrey. And he was like, Mom, why are you calling me Jeffrey? And I told him, I go, because you look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Well, Jeffrey Dahmer, you always see that, like, that picture of him where he's wearing those very, very gold looking aviator, not sunglasses, not like Top Gun sunglasses, but the actual like aviator prescription glasses. So it's so funny because I call my son, I'm like, when we're just like screwing around with each other, I'm like, what's up, Jeffrey? And he goes, Mom, stop calling me that. So guess what he is dressing up as for his cosplay? He's grown his hair out, so his hair is kind of a little bit longer, and so he's going as Jeffrey Dahmer. I was like, oh, that's great. You're going to get killed. What's wrong with you? I told him, I go, that's not comic book nerdy stuff. That guy was a real freaking psycho. Like, that guy was nuts. So, I don't know. I told him, I go, okay, so that's more of something you would dress up for like Halloween, maybe. I don't know about a comic book thing, but in all fairness, when we used to go to the Comic-Con when we lived up in Oregon, when we used to go to the one up in Portland, people would dress up like Jason Voorhees. They would dress up like Freddy Krueger. So, you know, they still do dress up like that. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird that he was dressing up like a scary guy. But that's what I said. Leave it to my kid to be the creepy kid that dresses up like a psycho. Okay, I need to get a small little one to go on the bottom down here. And that's what I told him. I go, especially all that's going on in the world right now, you probably don't want to dress up like a serial killer. Because we've got enough nuts going on. You might not want to be joking around about that kind of stuff. All right, I think that's enough of the little pop-ups. But I told him, I said, probably in all fairness, most people probably won't even know what you're dressed up as. I said, because if you're not like older to even know who he was, then you wouldn't even know. He goes, well, Mom, I'm 16. I know who he is. And I go, yeah, because you have a wackadoo mom. Okay, so I'm going to put that right like that. Okay, is that straight? Yep, that's good. And then I am going to bring in, whoops, I just dropped all those notepads. One of these little long pieces, and it won't work on that. Well, that's weird. Wait a minute. Why are these so long? Okay, I need to find the directions because I want to know. Oh, I see. why that one's so long. I was going to say, if our stamps are not that long, why is that piece so long? But it's because it goes all the way across the card. Okay, I don't want that to happen. So we're going to take one of these and we're going to cut it, because that's how we roll. Okay, happy to have you in my life. Okay, and I think we're going to do this in orchid. Okay, and I'm just, whoops, I lost it in my drawer. Then I'm just going to put that right across like that. Okay. So I'm actually going to stick my dimensional down in between there, because if I try to line it up on here, yeah, that ain't going to work. Yep, that'll work perfect. And then I will put one more right over here on this side. So see how they're kind of in a long straight row? Then I can just put that right on there like that, but I do need to cut some more of this side off. Okay, that's better. Okay, just like that. Okay, but because we've got that gold on there, I've got these. We could do those. I don't like those. Or we've got these. I like these better. These look too yellowish. They don't really look, well, I don't know. Well, those would work. I mean, I don't hate those. Yeah, I think those ones actually look better. Who would have thunk? All right, there we go. So isn't that cool? Just kind of a different look to it. Again, doing a different layout, adding those colors, and voila. We've got a really cool card to give someone. All right, the next one we are going to do is coming in with a blank, the blank white that they gave us. And then what I have done, is I have taken my circle layers that I was telling you, and I just simply came in here grabbing these. And so let me tell you the three that I used. I used this one here, and then the smallest, and then the next one up. So one in here, and then the two smallest in this one are the ones that I used for this. And then I cut all three of them out of all 5 colors to give me kind of an array of what I wanted to go on here. All right, so that's gonna go there, here. I gotta kind of lay these out. I took a picture of what I did earlier, and I really liked the layout, so that's what I'm doing. This green one. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this one down here. And then this here is going to sit right in the middle there, but I need to shift this up this way just a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, just like that. All right, so now let me start gluing these down. So the fun thing that I like to show you, even if you didn't get this paper pumpkin and you're not a paper pumpkin subscriber, you can do this with any paper that you have. Just know that. Just know that you don't have to have this kit. It can be done with anything you already have. Because we've got a lot of really pretty, especially that Hues of Happiness has a lot of like watercolored papers on it or in it that would really be pretty on a card like this. Okay, and again, we're going to just take one of those. This one's extremely simple, but I really think it turns out good. Where? Celebrate your day. I like that because this looks like a happy birthday card, right? So we're gonna do our celebrate your day, and I'm gonna pop this up. Okay, just like that. That's the only one I'm going to pop up on there. But I need another one of these. And then celebrate your day. And I think we should do this one in, maybe Tahitian? Or should we do some red? Should we do the sweet sorbet? I think sweet sorbet. That'll just really make that pop. Oh, you can tell that the sun's starting to go down. It's actually starting to cool off. Okay, and that's going to go across there again. Cut this down to size. Ooh, and I didn't do a very good job of cutting that. Okay, grabbing many dimensionals. I think, in all honesty, the whole reason why my son wanted to go is because up at the resort that they're staying at up in Phoenix, there's a really nice pool and a hot tub. So you know what they're going to be doing when they get back from spending the day at the convention center. They're going to be hanging out in the pool, lucky guys. Oh, that is really crooked. Hold on a minute. Okay, that's better. Jeez Louise. Okay, there is card number, what was that? That was card number 4. No. Yep, card number 4. Okay, and I have one more to show you, but I got to clean up some of this because, like I said, this next one is a little bit more messier, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me that makes it messy. That's okay. As long as we're having fun, right? And as long as I'm not getting banned. Just kidding. I don't know. Maybe it was something I pushed. It could have totally been something I did. I don't have any idea because I can't imagine anybody banning it. But then again, I don't like to think of people as doing things like that. But it happens. All right. So let's grab this next one. All right. So for this, I need to move that. It came with this piece here that has 5 of these amazingly gorgeous parakeet party green. So I'm just going to pop out 5 of them. Okay, there's our 5 pieces. Now this piece here, I believe it is 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, I was right. And then I'm bringing in some of this. This is our adhesive sheets. You get 12 sheets of 6 by 12 adhesive sheets. Now they're cut with like 3 little divots on the back side, as you can see on this piece here. So it's easy to just pull these sheets apart in layers versus one big piece and trying to get that stuck down, because we would all be probably in trouble trying to get that big of a sheet laid down straight. Okay, so I cut this piece to 3 3/4 by 5. So what I need to do is I just need to take off. Now this side is the sticky side, so I'm just going to lay it right on my card or on my layer, just like that. And same thing with this one, just butting it right up. It's sticking to my fingers, but that's okay. Okay, so now that is stuck down. Okay, this sheet you can just throw away, and then now you're going to take these sides. Well, hold on first. Let me get these on here, seeing how much of a space that I'm going to need to leave for them before I commit to taking the backing off and then really screw myself up. Okay. So see how that sticky is staying? Now this is completely adhesive here. And there might be some parts that don't stay completely adhesive, and that's okay. We can come in and we can fix that. Like, see how I had my fingers right there, and you can see how it's kind of like not sticky right there? I'm not going to stress about it. But I don't really want anything touching that. So let me come in here and put these pieces down. I probably shouldn't do that yet. Okay, well, you can hopefully get yours lined up somewhat better than I just did, but you get what I'm going with that, right? You line those up, because I am not going to get these off of here now without ripping that apart. So it's okay. You're going to see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come in with my gilded leafing, which I haven't used in a hot minute. And as you can see, I have this, ow, dang it, I keep knocking those off of there. I have this tub full of these big chunks of this beautiful gilded leafing, and it is just amazing stuff. But you can't have any fans on. You can't have anything moving crazy fast, otherwise this stuff wisps up and you are a plethora of beautiful gold leafing. I'm just going to take that paper. See, even just lightly dropping that in there, see how that stuff picked up and moved around? Okay, so just like that, and then I'm going to pick this up gently and then try to start by taking I just use an old paintbrush. Hello, Gwen. And I just take this and start peeling, or not peeling, but lightly brushing off the stuff that I don't need. And so see, there's a spot right there that I can see that didn't get adhesive, and that's okay. I'll show you how we fix that. If you don't have adhesive sheet, this also works with any kind of tape runner. It will stick to pretty much anything that is stickable. Again, here I go with making my own words. That's okay. You guys know what I'm talking about. I think maybe I need my own language. Maybe it's called hillbilly. I don't know. Okay. Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And with these already having this little pop of gold on there, I just thought, oh my gosh, this needs some gilded leafing. Okay, so as I was saying, we have a couple of pieces. Whether you care or not, it's not really that big of a deal, but I just want to show you guys how you fix this. If this happens where that particular piece got stuck to your finger, just take some of your green glue and just kind of rub it over that area. Now what you're going to have to do when this glue, when you first apply it, you do not want to go right into your gilded leafing until this dries. So watch this for a few minutes. Either go on to folding your card base or getting this stuff put away. Well, you're not going to want to put it away because you're going to need it, but getting like your mess cleaned up. Give that a few seconds to dry. Because what you want to do is if you have the glue too thick and you see it having a white spot on it, wait till it goes to clear. Because when this glue dries, the more dry it gets, the clearer it gets. So once it's clear, then you know you can come back in here and push that against that. And then those pieces are going to stick to that, and you would never know that those areas were not covered when you started out. So see, now they're covered. Because that glue, it just adhered right to those pieces of glue. Okay, so there. Now everything is covered. And now we can get this thing put away so we don't have gold flying all over my house. Now that's another thing with the container. Make sure when you go to put the lid down, you don't try to shoot all the air out of it because these pieces will just go flying out of there. And so you can see that I've got quite a bit of leafing in there. This jar is still full. Like, I'm telling you, this stuff is going to last me for the rest of my life. And it's still like densely full too. Because you really don't use that much. Oh, and look at that. I forgot a whole bunch on here. Okay. Then you can run around with gold leafing all over you singing, I feel pretty, oh so pretty. Okay, maybe you shouldn't sing, unless you have a way better voice than I do, because I can't sing to save my soul. Okay, this is my card base. I'm coming in with black. This is 8.5 by 5.5. We're gonna score the, or not score it, we're gonna fold it in half, making a card base of 5.5 by 4.25. Grabbing our bone folder here. Look at that on that black. Doesn't that just make that pop? Beautiful. Okay, then we can come in with one of our sentiments here, like best wishes or the circle, whatever we chose to put there. I mean, best wishes would be cool. Like that. You can just kind of put that down there in the corner. This doesn't even have to go this way. You could now turn it this way and put this down here. Or flip this and put it up here. So there's lots and lots of options for this one. I kind of don't want to cover too much of that because it's awfully pretty. I don't want to cover that. So if anything, I think I'll come down here and cover more of this. And then, ooh, you know what? You know what might be kind of cool is to take a black pen and stay within that gold. I don't know if it's possible, and I don't know if I could pull it off, but we could try it. Or, where is, oh yeah, that's not gonna work. I mean, we could come in even with this happy and put that down. because we do have 2 of those. And it looks more classier. It doesn't look so... Ooh, you know what this would be? This would be a neat, like, graduation card. Like, you could say happy graduation. I know this doesn't have graduation in it, but I'm sure you probably have a stamp set sitting around that you could come in here. I like that. I really like that. I like that way better than this. But, I mean, it just depends on what you're going for. The look that you're trying to achieve. It almost looks like it's meant to go up in this corner if you're going to use this one, because then you have these little splotches. But I think I'm going to stick with this, because I like that. And then I will have to find a graduation to do another one of those little banners like this, one of the small ones, and do graduation. What do you guys think? Do you think that'd be a cool graduation card? Or do you think I should try to, oops, as I throw it on the floor, try to, ouch. Ooh, 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 that was not a funny bone. Oh, that was a funny bone, but that wasn't so funny. Ouch, dang it, that hurt. Try to take black and color inside of that. I don't think I have the best of coloring skills, but you know what? We could probably try it. Okay, that is going to take me a long time, so I'm definitely not going to sit here and do it with you guys on film. But do you guys see how pretty that would be if you colored that in black? And it's kind of easy to stay in the lines because that gold is kind of inset. I was just going to try to get this one letter done to show you what it would look like. I mean, it's definitely tedious. So make sure you really like the person you're giving this card to. Just kidding. Okay, so see, you can kind of see where I'm going with that. If you were to do that in all black and then put that on this card, that would be pretty with the black background, because then it would just make that kind of stand out. You see that? So that's just another option. So you've got quite a few options going on there. I think I like this, but then I don't know if it gets lost because it's just like too white on that. And then do the graduation there. I don't have a graduation stamp sitting right here. So I will take pictures of it and get it put over on the blog so you guys can see what I have come up with. I might actually not adhere it yet, just set it on there and then finish this and take a picture of it with this on there too. So then you can see both variations of it. What do you guys think if I do that? I mean, I could always make another one because I do still have this whole sheet of these. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. Let me show you all of the cards. And I know that tonight was kind of wonky, and when I came in here things were ooh, hold on. Oh no, that's not gonna look good. I was gonna say I have all these pieces that I cut out with that that bow punch, whatever that's called, that I was thinking I might be able to add like a couple of these little spriggies. I don't know, maybe on this one. Ooh, look, you guys. Look, I've got more of these sitting over here. Look at the big one. Ooh. See? Then you wonder, it pays off to have all these bits and pieces laying on the desk because, oops, look, my little tulip is connected. Kind of think I just like it with the one. I'm adding that. We're committing. We're doing it. I like it. See, so it pays off to cut up a bunch of these, because you never know when it's going to come into play. And today it served its purpose. If I can find how to get underneath this thing. Oh, gosh, dang it. Oh, I had it 2 seconds ago. What is going on right now? There we go. There we go. How pretty is that? Just to add that little piece of sprig on that really added a lot. Made it a little more fancy. Okay, so there are all of our cards. My alternatives for the May Celebrating in Color. And I'm sorry that the video was all screwy earlier, so I didn't get to do my whole spiel. Not that you guys are complaining about that, but I had a lot to tell you and I missed it. But the biggest thing was to let you guys know that you can go over to Pink Barn Stampers group and you guys can pull off that PDF of the last chance for the JJ Mini catalog, but the pricing does not start until June 1st. So get your list started for the items that you want to purchase, so then you can get that excellent deal on all those things that are going to be retiring that you will not be able to get again. And then don't forget, there's just a couple of days left. You have until Tuesday to get the starter kit that includes not these products here, but it includes all those extra goodies. You get $66.50 worth of in color product, which you get a pack of the 8.5 by 11 all 5 color cardstock. You get a big sheet of the grid paper. You get all 5 ink pads, which amazing just alone. You get all 5 of these ink pads, and you also get the designer series paper, which has got some amazing, they just changed the designer series paper. They just changed the designs on these. So you've got some really neat flowers. This also goes really, really well with that new tea cup set that we have. So you have until Tuesday to pick out your $125 worth of product. You're only going to pay $99 plus whatever your tax is, and you get the extra $66.50 of free product thrown into your kit. You're going to get a free paper pumpkin. You're also going to get a bunch of catalogs that you can disperse between your family and your friends and start having them join the journey with you of stamping and card making and scrapbooking and just enjoying some crafting together. Sometimes it's all it takes to bring some people together is just doing some arts and crafts. It's also fun to enjoy, to include kiddos in doing it as well. If you've got grandkids or nieces and nephews or neighbors or whatever, especially with summer break coming up. So you can find all the information for all of those things over on my my landing page, which is shopdannygarola.com. It will take you to the main page where then you can go to my store, hit that shop button, takes you right into my store. You can go over to my calendar and see all my upcoming things that I have going on. You can also go there and hit the join button, and that's where you're going to find all the information about how much you save on your discount when you join. If you don't want to be a business, don't make it a business. You don't have to. You can join just simply for a discount. And who doesn't like discounts, right? All right, you guys, have a great night. Have a great weekend. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed some of the product that you saw today. I love spending my evenings with you. So have a good one, you guys. Safe Memorial weekend. Bye.